You know, coming into this season, the Cleveland Browns have not returned a kickoff in 15 years. And you know, Dude Wipes is good at stopping those Brown streaks. So they're running a contest where if the Browns actually return a kick, you can win. And you know, it's called stopthestreak.com, and you can go to enter. And you know, as we examine the Browns' struggle with kickoff returns, I'm going to be walking with one of the best kick returners of all time, Dante Hall. And you know what? Talking about Brown streaks, that's what those defenders had when they were trying to tackle him back in those days. They had a lot of Brown streaks. So,
did you just say Dante Hall?
Yes, I did.
That's me, and he don't even know it.
He stopped a lot of those, he caused a lot of Brown streaks. And you know, Dude Wipes, they're always the answer. And it's always nice to have them around.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. That's funny, I walked in right when you were mentioning my name.
Yes.
How crazy is that?
Yes, so getting ready to do the intro. We're getting ready to talk about kick returns and stuff. And
let's do it.
This Dude Wipes.
We got to talk about also why you wearing this Dolphins hat.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
Okay. Fair enough. That's where you get your money right here.
I mean, I played a lot of mini golf, but I did some pitch and putt this year for the first time. And when I did a 9-hole scramble a couple of months ago. So that's like the first like real golf experiences I've ever had.
Oh wow! Yeah, this is my favorite sport. I would trade in all of my football accolades that should be average on the PGA. Turn, baby. Turn,
baby. It gave you lip. It gave you lip.
That's not the kind of lip I like.
No, it's not. You don't want the golf giving you lip.
Oh, that's. All right, I got the feel. Let's go play some real golf.
All right.
You ready?
You're best known as being like the first like kick return specialist that was the scariest man on the field. I mean, they kick it to you, you could change the game. Like you had 4 straight games where you had either a punt or kick return. I mean, what is it like that you have that ball and you have 11 men running down at you as hard as possible? And you have these moves. Like I remember this like juke and jive.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And you had the Broncos guy, his jock strap was on the ground, his shoes were over here. He had Brown streaks in his underwear.
He needed Dude Wipes.
Yes, he did. He needed Dude Wipes at that point.
But you know, man, that was some of the best years of my life, man. To work from the time I was a kid to finally make it to that level. And then not only to make it to that level, to have the success. I definitely had a lot of coaches get me to that point. My mom, family members, even friends, right? So it was a culmination of a lot of people's hard work, a lot of sweat and dedication. And man, you talk about what is it like? I like to describe it as, imagine whoever your favorite musician is. I would imagine it's how they feel when they walk out on stage. And all those fans are chanting, singing their song, rocking out with them. You feel like that for about 10 seconds. Like Michael Jackson, Prince, Jay-Z, Taylor Swift. You feel like them for a 10-second increment. And it's amazing.
I mean, the kick return game, now you have kickers who are better than they ever before. They kick it out the back of the end zone. They don't even bother with it.
Yep.
And then you have these new kickoff rules. What do you think about that new dynamic kickoff rule?
I love the new dynamic kickoff rule because the emphasis on just that, not allowing these athlete kickers to just pound it out of the end zone. You know, last year it was an all-time low percentage rate in regards to return rate, down to 22%. So with this new dynamic rule, we're hoping to get that in the 70s, right? Because with opportunity comes chance to succeed as a returner. So I love the new rule. I love the emphasis on trying to have a returner actually return the kick.
I see that way. It goes out to 30, I believe, right?
Yes. Well, it depends. Sometimes it can come out to the 25, sometimes the 30, or sometimes the 40 even.
Well, that's if they kick it out of bounds.
That's right. That's right. So the emphasis is there to, hey, put it in the landing zone between the 20 and the goal line. and give these guys a chance to return it. But what I've seen, some guys are like, you know what? We'll take our chances with our defense.
Yeah, that's what I saw the first week.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. I saw them still kicking out the back of the end zone, and these kickers have these cannon of legs. I mean, I remember at one time when 50-yard field goals was like a 30% proposition. Now it's
you're expected to make it.
Now a 50-yard field goal is like 50 is the new 40.
Yes, pretty much. You expect to make 50 yards. 60 is the new 50 now.
I mean, it's just these kickers with these legs.
Yeah, man.
So it's made kick returning much harder.
Yeah, facts.
But
not only that, the rules too, because they used to kick it from the 30-yard line. Now they're kicking it from the 35. So you take the athleticism of these new age kickers, along with moving them up, hence you get no returns.
Maybe put it back to the 30. That would be a good recipe.
Put it back to the 25. That's the recipe. It'll fall in that landing zone every time. That's probably going to be the new move.
Yeah.
Just put them back to the 25. And if you kick it out of the end zone, good for you. But I think that's the move. Moving back 10 yards.
I mean, you had 4 straight games, 7 out of 10 games where you had a kick return. With the Chiefs, obviously. Now the Chiefs are like a dynasty.
A dynasty. Say it. You can say it.
I mean, they're a dynasty.
That's right.
I mean, they got Patrick Mahomes, who just is like a magician out there. I mean, all the people who didn't, the fact that he was like a mid-first-round draft pick, I mean, especially the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears actually traded up for Mitch Trubisky.
That's why. And that's why every guy I think that made that trade up got fired, I believe. That's why they're no longer there.
I mean, you trade up to get Mitch Trubisky. Meanwhile, you have a guy who's probably going to be one of the all-time greatest quarterbacks when his career's over, sitting right there.
But you know, to the Bears' defense, no one saw that. Even Chiefs Kingdom was like, why would we trade up to get a quarterback? Because at the time we had Alex Smith.
Yeah.
But Andy Reid, Brett Veach, Mark Donovan, those guys saw something. They saw something.
Well, I remember him in college, and he was like a diamond in the rough. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, one reason because Patrick Mahomes stood out to me in college because his dad was on the Mets.
That's right.
And I'm a Mets fan, so I just said, oh, Patrick Mahomes, that's Pat Mahomes' son.
And he could have played baseball. I think
Yeah.
he was drafted to play baseball as well. So Pat Mahomes Jr. is just an athlete. He can hoop, he can play baseball, and he can obviously play quarterback.
But it's amazing.
All right, let me go hit this ball right quick.
All right.
Coming off the wall. It's coming off the wall.
Good ball.
Thank you.
Great shot.
Thank you.
So, what players do you think reminds you the most of yourself looking at the league today?
That's a great question. I really like the Devontae Turpin kid from Dallas. I like the Xavier Gibson kid from the Jets. A guy that just popped on my radar because he just made history, DJ Dallas, being the first ever to take a dynamic kickoff to the house. I would go with those 3 guys.
No love for Braxton Berrios?
I don't even know who Braxton Berrios is.
Miami Dolphins.
I know who Tyreek Hill is. Jalen
Oh,
Waddle. A-Chain. Who is Braxton Berrios?
He does a lot of returns for the Dolphins.
Okay, yeah. He hasn't popped on my radar yet. Maybe he will this year.
Kind of a third or fourth receiver guy, too.
Okay, yeah. Maybe he'll pop on my radar this year.
Tyreek Hill, I mean.
He's one of one. One of one. I mean, you tell me how many guys can be harassed by the police, handcuffed, roughed up, and then go out and lead the league in receiving yards and a touchdown that week. Who can do that?
I mean, he is the Dolphins.
I tell you can't. Randy Moss spoke about it. It happened to him, and he said he was flustered and could not get his mind back into the game. And this is one of the all-time greats, if not one of the greatest, in Randy Moss. So Tyreek Hill, one of them.
And now, this year, Devin Hester got into the Hall of Fame.
It's about time. It should have been first ballot. But hey, we got him in. I was happy to see him go in. If there was any returner that was ever going to make it to the Hall of Fame, it had to be him. So maybe there's hope for the rest of us, but if not, that's okay. He had to go in. If you don't let that guy in, what are we doing Hall of Fame? So very happy to see him go in, represent all the guys.
What was it, like he was second or third ballot?
I think third ballot.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but the year he went on his first ballot, he should have been that. Because something to say about first ballot Hall of Fame. But now he's in the Hall of Fame. He has a gold jacket. It doesn't matter.
So, now, you had a great career. What have you been doing since retiring from the NFL?
Man, I would say I've been doing a lot. Let's just say that. Kind of like when I played football. I did a lot. Played running back, wide receiver, slot, kick returns. I did a lot, right? My life has pretty much been the same off the field. I'm a father now. I'm a husband. I'm an ambassador with the Chiefs. I'm a Legends coordinator with the NFL Legends community. I work with a lot of companies doing marketing campaigns. I do autograph signings, speaking engagements. So I'm like a Swiss Army knife.
And I hear that you have like a project you're starting up or something.
Well, I'm working with this company out of Boston, East Coast Metal Roofing. Formed that partnership a few years ago when we met actually on the golf course with my guy Paul. And working with them, working with Dual Wipes and their campaign to stop the streak. And I work with various charities and foundations throughout the year, golf tournaments, big brothers, big sisters. Like I said, I do a lot. I stay busy.
But it's always important to stay busy because you don't. If you're not busy, you're just gonna waste away. I believe.
That's right.
That's what
We
I've
had a
always
saying
believed.
down south: idle time is the devil's playtime. You got to stay busy, or you'll find trouble.
Oh,
Or trouble will find you.
Sometimes it's yeah, it really is. It really
Yeah,
is. It's
So I try to stay busy. And when I'm not busy, this is my favorite thing to do right here.
golf.
Oh, this is my favorite. If I'm not on father duty, husband, doing a honey to-do list or working, this is my happy place right
Now,
here. This is my happy place.
I heard you say that you've been working at golf for 17 years.
17 years.
17 years. Now,
Right.
Frank, look where this ball is.
you
Well,
can drive it far.
So that's the easy part. Here's the hard part right here. Here's what separates amateurs from pros. This particular shot right here. So let me focus right quick. Let me focus. Oh, that might work out. Hold on down there. I might be putting for a birdie. Let's
Oh,
see if it
beautiful.
released for me or not.
Beautiful.
Let's go see. Oh, it's a little false hill right here. That's why. Tweet, tweet. I smell a bird and a rat. Woo, slow down, baby. Go to sleep. Man, that's fast.
Almost look like your returns where you hit that afterburner.
There it is, the ball.
All right, 3 paws, baby. We look like we knew what we were doing on this
Good
hole.
start. Good start. Now, what do you typically shoot on?
So a bad round in the 90s. I don't break 90. An average round, 85. A good round, low 80s. My best round, high 70s.
That's terrific for someone who just picked up the game. Maybe that hasn't played this his whole life.
I don't know about just picking it up 17 years later, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Well, we got the. If you were to give anyone on the Browns any advice, or any kick returner, what would you tell them?
Great question. I would tell them, be fearless. Don't guess. If you see a hole, or if you think you see a hole, hit it. Even if it's not there, because if you do that, you're either a great tackle or a hole that you don't think is there will open up. A hole that is there won't close as fast. And if it does close fast, you'll run right through the ankle. Just hit it. Be fearless, don't guess, and just hit it.
Well, thanks for taking the time out.
Yes, sir. Thank
And
you.
good luck on the rest of your round. And hopefully today's day, you break 80 today.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Can we get a go Chiefs?
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs, my man.
I'm more of a Chiefs fatigue than hating them.
I get
To tell you the
it.
truth.
I get it. That's when anybody wins a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's human nature.
And and of course, because his father, I like Patrick Mahomes. His father actually was a very good player on the Mets.
I like him too. He's a fun guy to hang out with and golf with too. Nice to meet you, Frankie.